Hey everybody, it is the Unknown Gamer here, and today I am bringing you Call of Duty Ghosts at its finest with a KM strike on the map Tree, and basically that really doesn't matter, so whatever to the gameplay, let's focus on the commentary topic for today. Today's commentary topic is going to be a little bit long, so hopefully you guys can stick around and maybe listen to it all the way through. It's just kind of like one of those things that always runs through my mind. It's kind of like one of those everlasting thought process thingamabobs. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so basically today what I wanted to talk about is the chain reaction. And when I say the chain reaction, I basically mean I want to talk about the chain reaction in life. How one thing can lead to another thing messing up, to another thing, to another thing, to another thing. Not necessarily messing up, but just basically the chain reaction within interactions and the way life works, sort of the way things flow in life. And that's kind of what I want to focus on, because lately it's just kind of been one of my thoughts how every action that you make has a reaction. And I know you have probably heard it a lot on TV or in movies, or like I know a lot of those time teleportation movies have that whole jigger-mabob about every action. Like, if you kill one butterfly from 10 years ago, it can create a completely different future for you. And that is probably 100% true, as weird as it sounds. If you really do think about it, every action that you make will have a reaction on somebody else or yourself. And it's kind of something that's really hard to grasp because you don't know exactly how to approach it. You have to understand that even you watching this video right now is going to change your life in some way forever. And a lot of people will deny it and say, no, this is insignificant, and that is not true. Every little thing you do is significant. If you turn left instead of turning right, that will change your future. And I can't really explain why. It's just the logic behind it makes sense, because with doing one thing, with making one choice, it'll lead to another choice, it'll lead to another choice, and then it'll basically create the chain reaction. And based off of that choice you made, it can affect somebody else's life in the next 5 years, in the next 5 minutes, in the next 5 months. And I think that's incredible to think about, because you live life, or at least most people live life by just living it day by day and not really thinking about every single little choice they make. And I'm the same way, because I don't really think about all these little choices I make until I start thinking about the chain reaction. And it's just such a weird thing to try and grasp, because you're sitting there trying to think about, if you do this, what's going to happen? And then you realize, by thinking about the chain reaction, you're changing your own future. And that's some trippy shit, dude. I mean, that's the only way I can put it. That is trippy as hell, because in my opinion, the chain reaction is just something that is very hard to think about, very hard to grasp, yet easy to understand. But you couldn't understand what will happen if you make a certain choice that you do. Because you might understand the first few things that'll happen, like, per se, you eat an ice cream. So your future will hold you having a cold stomach. Your future will hold you finding out you're lactose intolerant and you're having a baby at the age of 11. Not really, that was a joke. But basically, you can pretty much guess all of these little things that are going to happen, but what you won't be able to guess is that wrong turn, that misdirection, that lie you told your friend. You won't be able to guess what kind of effect it'll have on you in 10 years from now. And that's what's amazing to think about, to try and process and analyze what will happen, and to try and kind of guess. And it's all like happening in your mind. It's just these chain reaction of things that you're thinking about as this chain reaction of events are occurring. Like, could you imagine if somebody had, per se, ran into Hitler when he was a younger person and kidnapped him and killed him? Then where would everybody be? What if that person that could have ran into Hitler did kill him? And that's completely kind of a random subject. I just kind of randomly thought of it. But like, where would we be if Hitler never did what he did in World War II and all that sad stuff, basically, where would we be? It's just so weird to think about how the chain reaction can work and how it'll have a cause and effect. And I believe it's called the butterfly effect, and how every action has a reaction, as I've said before. And I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of rambling, but giving off some good points. And really what I want you guys to get from this is the fact that everything is not what it seems. And that is really cliche, but it's true. Everything that you see today can be completely different in the next 10 years. I guarantee you that in 2 years from now, you're going to look back at yourself and wonder why you did what you did. And I see myself going back and asking myself the same question. Why was I like that when I was that age? Why was I like that when I was that age? Why did I make this mistake? Why was I so stupid? And I guarantee that you guys have probably had a moment like that, or are going to, because you cannot affect your future by the little choices you make, because you don't know what's going to happen. You might think it might not have any effect, but in reality, every little itty-bitty thing has some sort of reaction to your action. And that right there is what fascinates me and keeps driving me to sort of thinking about that subject. And I don't know, it's kind of like a brain squasher. It can give me a headache some days if I overthink it. And I'm one of those person that tries to analyze it to the point where I am overthinking it. So hopefully you guys did get some of my insight on this commentary topic. Like I said before, it's a little bit long, but if you were able to stick along all the way through, I would like to hear your thoughts and opinions on the chain reaction down in the comment section below. Hopefully I can get at least 2 or 3 people to leave me a nice little comment. Not necessarily saying good video, but something to, I want to say, not compliment, but go along with what I'm saying and maybe add on their own opinion about the chain reaction or something along those lines. So this is pretty much my commentary topic for today. I'm going to end it off right here. The chain reaction, my thoughts on it, how everything works. I could have gotten a little bit more in depth with it or gone into some other areas, but I decided to hold that off because that'd be a way long commentary. So be sure to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy. Leave a dislike on the video if you didn't really like it. Let me know why down in the comment section below. That is going to be my video for today. So yeah, see you guys later. Peace.